Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the time that I almost lost my thumb. Now, before we get into the video, please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button because it helps the channel out so much, and hit that little notification bell, so you never miss another upload. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so the time I almost lost my thumb. Now, this video, that's what it's going to be about. I don't know what I went for there. But the time I just lost my thumb, let's get into the story. I went to a summer camp called Deer Run, right? Sorry if you hear a bunch of stuff. I have the PlayStation going, which is an older model, so I'll make that noise and I have a fan in the background. But I go to a summer camp called Deer Run. It's a Christian Academy award-winning summer camp. I go to it every year. It's a summer camp. So you go there for a week. So it was the second to last day. Well, let's explain more about the camp. So one year I got signed up. This was my first year there. I got signed up, and my grandparents, they decided, you know what, we're going to sign me up for this. So this is when I was in kindergarten. They come up to the house and they're like, hey, you want to go to this? And I'm like, yes, sounds so fun. It is so fun. I'd like to go to it this year, but because of Coronas, I can't. But yeah. So, but ignoring that, I go in and I'm having a good day. You know, the week goes by clean. But there's one thing that so here's how it went. You would come to school. Not school, I mean camp. Come to camp. You'd start off with making sure everybody was here in the court, not the court, in the house. I like to call it the house. It's the name for it. We'd come there, make sure everyone's there. We'd play a bunch of Christian music and stuff, you know. Wait for the camp song would come on. I would wait for all our counselors to go. And so start off with that. Then you go to an activity, and then you go to another activity, which the second activity would be the playground. We would go to the playground every day. And remember this. Remember the playground, because it takes a big role in the story. So we're at the playground every day. Like usual, we leave. We go to the creek. And we eat lunch. After lunch, we go to the lake. We swim around. Lake was my favorite place. We, swim, play around, usual stuff. And then came Bible study class, or Bible class. We would go there. We would talk about Jesus and how He is. We would talk about God and Jesus and how the earth works and stuff like that. And then after that, we would move on to our special. Our special was like, sometimes we got to shoot BB guns. Sometimes we got to mess around and use but sometimes we got to we would get to sorry, I haven't been there since I was on for there. But one of those things was we could shoot BB guns, shoot bows. Mind this story, the bow part, we got to shoot bows this week, and I missed it because of the story. But I still, my thumb was perfectly fine, but I almost did lose. So we were doing our special. We go home after the special. Once you hit 3rd grade, which I'm in, next year I'll be 4th, and I'm going to obviously do the all-night camp. It was only for a day. You couldn't do the all-night camp until you were in 3rd grade. So I couldn't do the all-night because I was only in kindergarten at the time. But you come back. Now this was on the second to last day before the week ended. This was archery. We got to go through and, shoot bows. Now before this, this was the day that it unfortunately went down. But, being the trooper I was, I still ran. But, yeah. So, we were at the playground. We were playing Zombie, which was a game where basically our main objective was to run away from the counselor who acted like a monster that wanted to, come after us. So, I was playing that. They caught me, so I kept running. I ran away. I kept running and running. Wasn't paying attention to where I went. I fell into a patch of rocks, and these rocks were giant and very, very sharp. Now, I was doing this, and me being the retard I am, tripped. Now, I tripped and fell hand first. Now, this, I actually unfortunately cut my hand open right where my thumb was, Now this thumb was barely hanging on. I had to get glue and stitches and stuff like that. Barely hanging on. So they see someone else before this happens, so they go after them because they know they're not going to catch me because I'm too fast for them. But that happens. So they start going after them instead of me. And then they're running towards them. And they hear dirt fly up. They see dirt fly up from behind the thing. And they hear a kid start screaming and bawling. Now, they're running over here, probably assuming that, he fell, scraped his knee up. No. They walk over. My hand is gushing blood. It is freaking gushing blood over here. And it's also, what else? It's freaking gushing blood. And also, just freaking cut open like a donkey's mouth. And I'm over here screaming and crying. I'm like, so I'm over here crying. They come up and they hear a kid screaming like, Mom! They hear a kid screaming like that, so their instant reaction is, so they come up and they're like, oh crap. So they start saying, everything's gonna be alright, everything's fine, everything will be alright, okay? And I'm screaming. I'm not even paying attention to what I'm saying. I'm just screaming, Mom, Mom! And stuff like that. So I make sure that I'm making it and stuff. So I'm doing that, and yeah. So I'm doing this, and they start booking it to the medical tent. Not the medical tent, but the nurses spot. They start booking me there like I've been shot. Now I'm a devastated little kid. I don't know what's going on. So they rush me in. They cover my hand in gauze. They start pouring a bunch of chemicals in it that make it numb it. And I'm screaming. It's just making the pain worse, but I know it's going to be better, so I hang on through it, and I prepare for the worst part, which would be, when they actually start messing with it. Now, they had to take, pliers, not pliers, but, little, they had to go in there with these, like, I forgot what they're called. They're the little things that you would like pluck at, like. Well, they went in these little things and they were, like grabbing all the little pebbles out. So there weren't any like pebbles stuck in my hand from the vicious attack of the rocks. So they're doing this, and I'm like, it's only making the pain worse. Stop it! But then I realized, okay, it's making it better, and I'm like, no, don't stop it. So they cover it in gauze. They wrap a giant cast around it. My dad takes me out, and so what happens is we go to the nearest walk-in clinic. They do some stitches and they put some gauze into it. They clean the cutout and stuff. Put some gauze into it. Put some more gauze. They use super glue and some stitches. I put it back together. I'm in a cast for 3 weeks. Not more than 3 weeks, like 4 weeks. I'm in a cast for 4 weeks. This was during summer, so I wasn't showing up to school with a freaking casted arm and people being like, what happened? What happened? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Because, that's how school is. But, yeah. So it was summer break and I didn't have to do that. We chilled at home. Finally got my cast off. Now, I love writing. Like, I write every day. In fact, I made my own anime character, Neem Bazuna. But that's off topic. I was a writing machine. I wrote story after story. And, yeah. So, everything was happily ever after. And that's the story that I have for you. So, again, if you liked this video, I'm making another one how I broke my first bone. So if y'all like that, you can go check that out. But if y'all like this video, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you never miss another upload. Until next time, bye guys.